Help out the Dr.Wily channel by clicking the sponsor button below. This way you can financially support us and get some cool perks in the process. In the Mario Kart franchise, we've seen all kinds of wonderful places. Some were never even seen in the normal Super Mario series. However, throughout the years, we've also seen some new racers that look, odd, and can probably never ever drive a vehicle of any sort. But they are in the games, because it's quite clear that Shigeru Miyamoto does whatever he wants. So let's find out which characters seen in this series are the weirdest out of all of them. Also, special thanks to sponsors like Silent Joe for picking this week's Thursday video topic. If you want to have such perks as well, be sure to check out the sponsor button next to the subscribe button. Number 5. Now to start off, we will look at two characters that are together but don't fit together and seem a bit odd in general. Petey Piranha and King Boo. They serve as unlockable racers and race together as partners, hinting that they have some sort of relationship, although Nintendo never elaborated on this. Unlike the other racers who have their own special items, this doesn't go for Petey and Boo, as they have nothing. Instead, they have the ability to use almost any special item in the entire game. Their personal cart is the Piranha Pipes, which comes in a green and grey color. Now personally, I never expected them to be seen in the Mario Kart series, since they don't really have hands, and are huge. When you see them going across the track, you even have to look twice in order to believe it. No one ever expected these two to work together. We have never seen them do this in any of the main games after all. But here they are. Two normally gigantic enemies, downsized in order to ride around in carts. It's similar to the shock most Smash players got when they saw that Ridley joined the fight, even though most thought he would be way too big. However, it worked out quite well for Ridley, and the same goes for King Boo and Petey Piranha, although it does look weird. Number 4. Now our next character is certainly weird, but it also shows that Nintendo basically does whatever they want, because the creation of this character went a bit like this.
It seems like Rosalina has quite a popular character. What could we do with this?
We could make another Super Mario Galaxy game.
No, that takes too much time. I have another idea.
Now, it might have gone a little different, but in the end they decided to make a cute version of Rosalina, probably because she was so popular. So clearly any character can get a baby version as long as the fans are there to back it up. She debuted as an unlockable racer in Mario Kart 8, similar to how Baby Daisy was introduced in Mario Kart Wii. She's a lightweight racer and she shares all of her stats with the other playable babies and Lemmy Koopa. Now this one is just weird because I would never expect to see a baby version of her. She's a space goddess after all. But then all of a sudden the chibi baby version was born and rides around like a maniac in an all-out race. Overall, the baby characters just seem weird to me. Number 3. Now, remember how I said that it sometimes seems like it's impossible for a certain character to end up in a Mario Kart title? You do? Well, good. Because number 3 is another Mario enemy that's way too big and weird looking for a racing game. I'm talking about Wiggler. He was already seen in older games as a huge obstacle that you had to look out for, but in Mario Kart 7, they used a shrink ray on him and thought, a caterpillar can drive a vehicle, right? Well, no matter if it's possible or not, the Wiggler ended up in Mario Kart 7, where you see him flailing his body around like a tube man in front of a car dealer. In this game, he made his first and only playable appearance in the Mario Kart series, where its signature symbol is its face. Now, as you can imagine, it just looks weird to see such a long creature in a go-kart. They even ended up making him smaller by removing one of his segments, but it wasn't enough, it still looks weird. While Petey and Boo looked quite okay when it comes to their size compared to everything else, it just isn't the case with Wiggler. It's certainly a fun addition to the series, but it just didn't work out. He was never seen again after all. Number 2.
We need more Super Mario Galaxy, but no new games, Shigeru Miyamoto. We don't have the budget.
Well, there are tons of great characters in that game, so we can easily add some to the spin-off games, like Polari.
No! I have a better idea.
A B. Yeah, A freaking bee. For some reason, they thought that the Honey Queen was a good pick for a new character, even though this character was the size of a freaking planet in the Super Mario Galaxy games. So when it comes to the size changes, this character was hit the hardest, and therefore no one expected her to appear in these games. Now, one weird little thing that I and most other people noticed right from the start is that while she became smaller, she still doesn't fit perfectly in some vehicles. You can see the back of her body kind of clip into the cart, for example, which just looks bad and really, really odd. Overall, it's a fun addition that you wouldn't expect, but it just doesn't work. Please, Nintendo, just give us Super Mario Galaxy 3. Number 1. Now we get to the creme de la creme, a character that no one expected, is extremely weird, and most people only know about thanks to Super Smash Bros. R.O.B, the robot that was never seen in any Super Mario game, and doesn't even have its own video game franchise. He was seen in a Nintendo video game for the very first time with the release of Mario Kart DS, and was only seen in this racing title. Now, originally, he was an accessory released alongside the Nintendo Entertainment System to help advertise the console as a toy. He functions by translating flashes of information on a television screen into physical actions to assist players in compatible games, and was only used for the game's Gyromite and Stack Up. Now, in-game, R.O.B both looks and acts weird. It just seems unnatural to have this robot in a car, and he constantly moves around with his arms in all kinds of weird manners. Its robotic, jerky movements make it feel cold and lifeless compared to the others, which certainly sets it apart. Besides that, when this character was first seen, most players had no clue at all where it came from or who he was. The NES came out a long time ago, so most will see it and will end up confused why this thing is even in a Mario game. But still, it ended up in the title, and after that, was never, ever seen in these games again. Hey you there, are you going to Dutch Comic Con this weekend? Well great, because I'm going as well! Yes, Dr.Wily will be going to Dutch Comic Con. So come hang out, follow me on Twitter and Instagram so you know where I am, or you can DM me where you are and I can find you. And if we meet up, then you'll get a little gift. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to watch the other videos. Yay, click annotations. Also be sure to check out the sponsor button and help out the channel. That would be great. Yay.